It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mads Mattistrider, Dick D. Bartolo. This is episode 1722, recorded Thursday, April 11th, 2019. This show is filtered. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we have a car gadget to keep you safe. We also have the return of the Swiffer, which is that awesome air cleaner that we loved, and an oldie but a goodie warehouse. All coming up next on the Giz Wiz!
It's the Sandom Show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now, and here he is, our expert of gadgets, Dickie D.
You're right. Well, let's see. You've run out.
I've run out. And you know what's happening?
1700.
Is at the beginning of most of, basically once I start the intro, I remember, oh gosh, I got to think of a thing, and I'm quickly trying to think of some synonym for expert. And then today I didn't think about it until I cut over, and it's like, oh no, what am I gonna do?
It's no problem, pal. How are you?
Good, really good. Yeah, getting ready to go on another adventure.
Where are you going this time?
LA for Mindfair, Minecraft convention. I'm doing a lot.
God.
Last year I did like 12. This year I'm doing like 4. So
okay.
So I'm doing a lot less this year. So yeah.
Well, see what they think of your beard, because I think your beard is coming in really, really nice.
I hope it doesn't scare away any children.
No, it's good. Oh yeah, don't turn sideways.
Yeah.
You know, can you get 2 shirt cardboards and glue them to the side? Because face on, it's great.
If I just pop my collar, maybe it'll hide. But the sides still aren't coming in.
Get a hat that comes down.
At least I can blame my parents for something. Gosh darn it, Mom and Dad. You raised me right, but you gave me bad genes for beards. I can blame them for something, because
blame them for something. Yeah. And where's your mom? When's she going to send us that video? Your family has a lot to answer for. I'll tell you that, Chad.
Listen, hey, I know where procrastination came from too. I can blame Mom for that. So that's good.
I have a funny story about one of the guests in the studio today.
Ooh, you have studio guests?
Yeah, I have studio guests. They're big Mad fans.
Ooh.
And I thought big Giz Wiz fans, but then I think not, for the following reason. My bell rings at 7 a.m. and I get up and I open the door in a coma, and he says, "It's Rob." And I go, "Yeah. And why would you be here?" And then Rob says, "Oh, is your show 7 at night?"
Oops.
So he actually came back.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Rob. Good to see you virtually.
Yeah, I don't have the camera that I can turn around anymore. One of the disadvantages of moving up to the new Logitech, you can't
don't touch it.
Move it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have an update on toilet paper. Remember last week we talked about the Charmin?
Yes.
With those giant rolls, they don't fit in anymore.
The extender.
So extender. 2 things happened. We happened to shoot the video in Dennis's bathroom. Everything worked great. And then I came down and found out this does not fit in either holder, either in the Disneyland studio or in my apartment, because this is a big extension over here.
Yours?
Yeah, so you need to have a toilet paper roll that can take something that big. And
what are you using?
Dennis,
a dowel rod for your this stick thing?
I don't know what it is. And the other thing was, when I was posting it, I said, I want to get a better picture of that thing. There's probably one online. So I typed in Charmin toilet paper roll extender and found, even though Charmin will send you one for free.
What is this?
Someone is selling theirs for $18.
Okay, there's two businesses me and you need to get into, Dick. One is the Indiegogo campaigns that anyone could have made. And the Chinese knockoff products that anyone could do an Indiegogo for. The second one is free items that we resell on eBay for $18.
Well, you know, it's very funny because when I got this online, originally there was a drop-down menu that I assume worked because it said, how many of these do you need? And when you click on that, the option is 1. So my guess is early on, they figured, you know, people have 2 or 3 bathrooms. Let them get 2 or 3 or 4 of these. So I guess when they started showing up on eBay for $18, they thought,
my gosh,
let's limit it to just 1.
That is sad. I'm like looking all over this just to make sure no one's bought this before.
But there are lots of people selling them.
There's a golden version. What?
Oh, it is someone.
I wonder if they did a golden version like as a promo or something.
Maybe, you know, maybe they did.
A few of them.
I mean, Shaman yourself might have done it for a press event.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. That is something else. Okay. And $18. Anyway. Who would, like, even if that had cost someone something, $18 for a roll extender?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, thank you.
Anyway, should we jump into new stuff?
Let's jump in.
Something new from Night Eyes. So it's going to start with 40 seconds of their video because they have some great close-ups. And then I'll tell you my experience with having this for about a week.
Keep your toiletries organized while protecting your clothes from leaks with the Runoff Waterproof Toiletry Bag. Featuring a wide-mouth design to keep the contents easily accessible, this waterproof bag is as good at keeping water out as it is keeping messes in. The patented True Zip waterproof zipper developed by Night Eyes is the first sliding, toothless waterproof zipper on the market. True Zip is easy to use, silent, and reliable. The smooth gliding zipper fits securely in the garage, giving you the confidence that your bag is sealed and your gear is protected. The Runoff Toiletry Bag is made with a durable, lightweight TPU-coated material, and the RF welded seams offer maximum protection against water, sand, and dust. With a waterproof rating of IP67, this bag is completely submersible. A built-in anchor point and versatile bar-tack nylon handle allow you to hang your toiletry bag and still access the items inside.
Okay, so you saw the Night Eyes video, and when I spoke to them, I said, what kind of a demo? And he said, well, if you have an aquarium, you could stick it in an aquarium. I don't have an aquarium.
I know you're a big aquarium guy.
You saw them dunking it underwater there. It's IP67 standards, which means it can be submerged 3 feet down for a half hour with no leak.
Pretty sure that's a minnow aquarium.
Since we don't have an aquarium, I thought, I know, let's put the water in it instead of submerging it in water. So this, believe it or not, has been in here now for 6 days.
Wow.
Okay, and I put it in there with where the zipper closes. That would be the most likely place for it to leak. And there is no water. The guy said you can knock it around. These are pretty rugged, okay? And you can see in it, you can actually see there's water in there, okay? Oh, I think I'm making beer. It's very foamy. Also, it's very funny. When she said, make sure you put the zipper safely in the garage, you don't leave your house and go out into the garage, okay? After talking to the folks at Night Eyes, I found out this. So this zipper is pretty neat. This thing down here, that little tab, that is the garage. So when you pull this down, if you stop there, it's going to leak. You have to pull it all the way to the end. That is in the garage, and that makes it totally waterproof. They start at $25. I just see one on Amazon. This is the series over here. There's the wallet, one for tablets. the 3-in-1 pouch, you know, the 3-in-1 thing for the airport. It's 3 objects, 3 ounces each. That will go in there and you can see through it. That's the one that's in the commercial and the one that I have here. And there's a big pack. And there's the large packing cube. And they're very strong. We actually had a demo of this at CES, even though they just came out recently. And at CES, they had a bunch of them packed. The big cubes you can roll and press the air out of it. But then they threw them on the floor. You can jump on them, and that zipper just doesn't open. So that's it. It's called Night Eyes True Zip Waterproof. I think it's a great idea. Dick DeBartolo, the Giz Wiz, making...
Oop, I forgot.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm still doing it. I'm doing it over my keyboard.
This is
over my keyboard.
Giz Wiz wine, sold locally and also nowhere at the same time.
Yeah. No, it's pretty neat.
I really like that. I really, really like that. It's so sometimes you go to events and you get like free things. You know, one of my best things ever was they gave me a little toiletry bag, but it's just cloth. And just a good toiletry bag can be used for years. I think I've used the one that I have right now for like 4 or 5 years. So I like this a lot. Yeah. And Night Eyes, of course, has tons of items.
Night Eyes, you know, you could do shows upon show. You know, they do pet gadgets and every conceivable kind of light. Oh, that's something new that I don't remember. It looks like a beer cooler that has an LED light in it. Then they have...
This menu would go away. Go away, menu!
LED frisbees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Night stuff, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Nighteyes.com. That is the weirdest marketing, though. Yo, just pull it into the garage.
I know. Had she not said that, I mean, had they not... I said to the guy, I called him and I said, what did she say? Park it in the garage or put it in the garage. He said, see that little tab at the end? I said, yeah. He said, notice when you pull it all the way down, you actually feel it lock. I said, yeah. He said, we call that putting it in the garage. I don't know. Okay. Yeah.
I feel like
and if you have
two
of them, you have a 2-car garage.
Yeah, it's a 2-car garage. That's what you need.
Yeah.
You'd think that someone who has a communication degree would have caught that slip. Like, nobody's going to know what that means. Nobody.
Yeah, you need an explanation.
You need, like, an arrow with a, you know, that says, this is the garage on your video, and pull it in. Yeah, that's weird. Well, cool. I love it. Night Eyes.
Okay.
All
right. So, the video will be self-explanatory.
Here we go.
It's something new from Swiffer. It's the Swiffer Continuous Air Cleaner. And I know you're saying, oh, Dick, you saw this. You showed this before. You did not see this before. You saw this before.
Whoa!
Okay, now, obviously, you see the difference. Okay. There is a difference, believe it or not. Okay, and the difference is over here. I have to find it. Did I turn it around? Okay, that's the difference. All right, so this is the Swiffer Continuous Air 2.0. And the 2 LEDs are showing you that there's 15 days left on the filter. So you're supposed to change the filter every 30 days. This one, you just remember and do it. This one, the LEDs keep track of the days for you. Now, when you buy replacements, they come with a chip. All right? And I'll show you that.
DRM cloth.
Yeah. And comes with that. Okay? And the chip plugs into the bottom of the base. And that's how it keeps track of when to replace the filter. Now, there were a couple of complaints on Amazon. I haven't had this a month, so I don't know. But people said that after 4 weeks, or actually 30 days, this will shut off. And unless you put in a new filter and plug this in, this will not come back on. Okay? The old version doesn't know doesn't know what you're putting there. So if you like this idea, and I guess I should have explained it at the beginning, basically all this does is pull air in through the bottom, send the air through a Swiffer filter, this, okay, it's Swiffer material, and it traps dust in there. I find that it's very effective. As a matter of fact, this one, I think you can see in the top, if I hold this up here, you can see the difference between the new filter and the old filter. So, if you want the convenience of the LEDs, outside of that, they tell me that it's the same machine. But here's something interesting. If you're not crazy about having the 4 LEDs, the old one, and these prices are changing daily, the old one is $50. The new one is, it's come down. It was $80. The new one is $75. However, reading the copy down below, the new one comes with 1 filter, where the original one, special bonus, includes 2 additional bonus filters. You get 4 filters. So for $50, filters are roughly the 2 for $15. So with the original one, you're going to get 4 filters. With this one, you're only going to get 1. So it comes out cheaper to get the one without the LED lights. And as far as I can see, they work totally the same. So that's it. Swiffer Continuous Clean 2.0 has LEDs. Swiffer Continuous Clean 0.0. It just doesn't say 2.0 in the description. That's the original one. Actually, I'm using them both. One in Disneyland and one in my apartment. So clean up your act. Bye.
That is interesting. That is interesting to say the least. Because, like, so this is a question you probably don't know the answer to, but can the 2.0 take 1.0 filters without the chip and just not inform you when you need to change it? Or will it
something
just, like,
interesting.
shut off?
I think they always intended to have that feature with the LEDs. And at a press event last August, they sent me one. The filter bags had a chip on them.
Right.
And I kept looking for a place to plug it in, and there was no place. So I just put it on the machine, and it ran fine. And it's great at trapping dust. And then when I got this press release that there was Swiffer 2.0, I realized, oh, they must have known this was coming, because even the old bags that came with the first Swiffer had the little chips on them.
Huh.
So, yeah, I don't know. The thing is, I know Keurig had a terrible time when they came out with the K-Cup machines.
2.0 that were DRM
exactly.
K-Cups.
Yes,
like
yes. I mean, on Twit, the easiest hack I ever saw. Do you know on Twit?
You would take the old cup, cut it, and tape it onto the thing.
Scotch
so
tape
every time it would read the old cup. Yes.
Scotch tape it to the eye, and the scanner goes, whoa, this person uses nothing but the original. I don't see a lot of companies coming along and making Swiffer filters for this.
Right.
So
the thing
I don't
is,
think
they're in this weird middle ground, because I feel like to most people, you would realize this isn't a HEPA filter. This isn't using any light technology to blast bacteria out of the air. It's really just a catch, a dust catch. It's a nice bag.
It catches the dust before it goes on your furniture.
Right, exactly. And so I liked it because it was quiet and it was inexpensive for a dust catcher. Most people don't need a HEPA filter in your home. You just don't. So I like the fact that it was low tech. You know, it was just a bag, a fan, and it was quiet, and it looked good. So this is kind of pushing this product, especially with the price increase. of, you know,
well, you know, Chad, the original one was $80.
Okay, and it's just over time it's gone down to.
It's gone down
50.
because now the 2.0 is $80.
Right.
So they've reduced the first one to 50, but with the $50 one, the filters are roughly $7.50 each. So you're getting $22.50 worth of extra filters, which drops it from 50 to 40 to 30, like to $28.50. If you get the old one. I'll be honest,
this seems like a wrong move. This seems like an incorrect step. Could be. Is a more expensive 2.0 product that only gives you make sure that you're locked into bags. It's a nice, convenient thing that it tells you when to change the bag, but I don't feel like that is such a headache. It would require $20, $30 extra for the base product and less filters, and now you're locked into their filters. That just, on the surface, that doesn't seem to make sense.
But the surface is cleaned.
Luckily, dust-free. on the dust-free surface, it seems a little like a step in the wrong.
Yeah. Now, if you're interested in this, the object is to get, you know, because I think at some point they may discontinue the original model.
Right.
So if you are interested in this, I'd get it for $50.
Completely agree with that. Is at some point they're not going to make 1.0. There's this black market of Swiffer 1.0 products. It's going to spring up. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Yeah, I can totally see that. They're not gonna make that one anymore. They're probably going to bring this one down to the $50 price. You know, MSRP $80, but everywhere you can buy it for $50. Then you're going to be locked into using their DRM bags. And that's why that question of, can you run it with just a normal bag that doesn't have the chip?
Or can you run it with a 2.0 K-cup?
How could you just cut the chip off and then just plug it in?
Yeah. Well, when these two bags are full, I'm going to play with, can I fool one machine with the other? Right. If I take, I have an idea that there's just something in the chip that it, you know, shuts something off every 7.5 days.
Right. Exactly.
And then there's, you know.
Exactly.
Just well, you with your soldering efforts could probably revive the chip.
Possibly.
Not
the worst case scenario, the nail in the coffin that I would really be upset is if somehow the Swiffer turned, if you ran it and it didn't have a chip, it would turn itself off after a while because it doesn't, and thinks that there's no bag. That would be
no,
real
because
bad.
I've had the original one, version 1, running since August constantly.
Right. Good.
So it doesn't turn off.
Sweet.
Unless it's Wi-Fi enabled, and from the factory they can say, shut off.
No, I'm talking. I was talking about 2.0. If 2.0, like basically, if you buy a 1.0 bag, and you put it into the 2.0, and there's no chip plugged into that LED thing, as long as 2.0 doesn't shut off, I'm fine. Whatever. Yeah.
Okay, I have an idea that you need the chip.
Yeah, that might be.
I think that's what this one person was complaining about.
Yeah.
That you can't get around it.
Yeah.
You can't just put a paper bag in there and tell it it's a Swiffer.
Dang it. Okay, so let's jump to our last gadget.
Okay, this is, I think, a great gadget. And you being a car owner, tell me what you think.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so we're going to do another car gadget, okay? Ta-da! The only car I have. Well, actually, I have tiny little cars out on the trains, but they're even smaller than that. So what it is I'm going to do a car gadgets thing for ABC News. So I've been searching out unique car gadgets, and I think I found a neat one here. It's the world famous Somostel. We all know that name. Somostel is the name all the way.
Somostel. Ever since.
Yeah, there it is. Somostel. Oh my gosh. All right, so this is it. So you get a charging cable. That's it. You get a charging cable, and you get the little device. So this is what's neat about this is it goes into the cigarette lighter. Press the button on the side once. 4 dots light up, and that shows you that this is charged because this also is a 2200 milliamp battery bank. So you can take it out of the car if your phone is running out of power. You could plug the phone into there. USB out. The little one is USB in. So if you don't have a car, you can charge this. If you don't have a car handy, you can charge this at home via USB. Now you hold the button in that tells you the amount of charge in the battery, and now you have a flashlight.
It looks bright.
It's 140 lumens. Yeah. And you push that button again, and you have a brighter, seems to be a wider beam flashlight. And you press it again, and you have a flashing red light. So this is good. You know, if you're broken down, you could lay this on the back of the trunk. At least people would see you. In the back window. And let me shut that off. But wait, there's more. Under here is a seatbelt cutter. And this, the little part that goes in to charge the device itself. Let's go up here. They say that that can be used, you can use that to break the windshield. And, you know, a lot of parked cars outside. No, I guess we shouldn't do that. All right, so you can use that for the windshield. And there's the seatbelt cutter and power bank. Now, how much would you pay for something like this? I think it's pretty neat. So this is kind of one of those pay whatever price you want. I only paid 13 bucks. $12.99. But if you go down to the bottom and similar things, this looks like the exact same thing for $22. And over there, it looks like the same thing for $27. The $27 one includes a little charging cable that you can charge the old iPhones. Thank you. Was the lightning connector. But for 13 bucks, I think this is pretty neat. I'll put a link in the show notes. But that's the brand name, and my little car is not for sale, unless the price is right. That's it.
With a brand name like Samostal, it can't be. It can't be white labeled. No, not at all.
No. But all three of them look like the same gadget.
Yeah.
And I know that Captain J will find it for 39 cents.
On Alibaba.
On Alibaba.
Let's go. Yeah, no. I mean, this is an obvious, they call that white labeling, where they throw their label on it and try to make it a brand. Yes. And they just bought it.
You can buy it as China. Rescue A6.
Yeah.
But that's going to be 27 bucks.
Yeah. But there's, to be honest, I don't feel like there's really anything wrong with it, because, and the thing, I can't tell you how many times I might see something on Alibaba and I just go, you know what? I would pay an extra $10 to have it on Amazon just to get it Prime. Is because Alibaba will take months to get to you.
Yes, so, you totally forget you ordered it. And by the way, reading the copy, it's not to break the windshield; it's to break the side windows.
Oh, got it. Nice. And that is important, because if in many situations, if you submerge your car, you will not be able to open the doors. And so what security experts suggest is you have one of these. I don't know what the thing is, but one of these really hard tipped devices to break the glass, and so that you can get out of the car. So,
we were going to do another demo and take somebody's car and sink it in the Hudson, and then Dennis said, "Well, you're going to ruin your phone," and so we didn't do it.
That was a good idea.
Right.
Good idea.
But, I mean, the Hudson's right here.
How far is Chappaquiddick? I'm not sure.
I found an unlocked car, but we thought that. You know, then people go, "Oh, why did you put my car in the Hudson?" You know how
testy people get.
Yes,
We're
exactly.
recording a video for the internet. Gosh, leave us alone.
We're trying to save people's lives. It's a dry. I got a hair dryer. You can dry it out.
There you go. So cool. I like it. I think that this is a great gadget because you'll use it. You'll keep it plugged in the car. You have the USB out for your gadgets, and it's always there. The best type of security gadget is one that's just always sitting around waiting for the time it's in use. Yeah. And I could really.
And if you need a mini power bank, take it into the restaurant. And 2,200 milliamps is not a lot, but you can certainly make some phone calls and keep your phone going.
Do you think that that charger, that cigarette charger, that AC charger, do you think that's going away? Because I'm thinking.
Oh, I don't know. I
like nowadays.
You know better than. Does your Tesla have one?
It does, as one, but it also has 4 USB ports, and you'd think, you know, a USB port seems a lot more useful than that AC power outlet.
Well, it's going to be like the headphone jack. I mean, I still like having a headphone jack.
Yeah,
but.
I could see that happening, that some cars wouldn't have it and replace it just with USB ports. Interesting.
I'd rather see a coffee dispenser come out of that. I'd like to see coffee come out of that hole.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it might be a power, range issue.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that a USB.
Okay. You can either go 500 miles in this car or 100 miles and make 4 cups of coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the options.
You decide how you want to use
that little oven that you could use?
Oh, the oven. The guy who made pizzas in this oven. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we cannot stop Chad's Crappy Corner.
Crappy Corner. Get it.
We got gadgets to help you fall asleep this month. So I went out to the store, found one on clearance, because, I'm not made of money, and we tested it out. So let's take a look. Hey Dickie D, so here we are with another gadget to help you fall asleep, and this is a projectable nightlight. I promise that not every gadget is going to be a nightlight. This should be the last nightlight that we cover. But this is a nightlight for kids to use to fall asleep with. This one has a really cool feature in that it has a projection system, lens thing, that will project an image onto the ceiling. So this one is Batman themed. The other interesting thing is that it has a light sensor, so it should sense dusk and dawn, so that it'll turn itself on and off. So we'll see how that works too. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and we'll be right back. So this is it out of the box. I'm actually really surprised. There's no branding on it anywhere. I thought that this would have a big old Batman logo right there, but it's just a yellow orb and this globe thing. So the globe thing can rotate on its own. So let's go ahead and and then this is, I guess, the sensor that senses if it's dusk or whatever. But there's no way to turn that on or off. So I guess it's just gonna do it for us. So let's plug it in. Plug and play.
Ooh,
no settings.
Projecting. Not sure if you can see that or not.
So it is projecting already. Apparently, look, you can tell that it has the sensor is working depending on if it's bright or not, depending on if I cover it up. So let's turn off the lights in here. And ooh, it actually works pretty well. I'm actually kind of I'm impressed, I gotta say. I'm moving it around.
Did Batman show up?
We got a crime!
That does actually make a symbol. There's my shadow.
So interesting. Okay, it's color. It looks like it's blue, yellow, and black. So it's like a full color image. And then I guess when the lights turn on, it'll go.
Ooh.
Pretty cool. One of the nice things about it was its price. I got this on clearance, so it was only $5 for me. Actually, I guess it was $6.57, and pretty cheap for a little light that has. Now they have a whole bunch of different versions. So there's a whole bunch of whatever your child is into, they can get a projectable for them. And like I said. Lots of different versions. So there's tons and tons of different, some of them have different like slides. So it's kind of like, almost like one of those old school View Masters, where you can have different things in there, and some of them are the single version, like I have. So there's a whole bunch.
Do you think they're licensed? Those have the Disney logo on them.
Definitely.
But yours doesn't have the DC logo.
It does. It does.
It does?
Yeah. Here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. This has a DC logo right there. DC Comics.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So it's definitely licensed.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. I'm a little sad that this doesn't have any other branding.
I know.
But other than that, it's okay. You know,
as long as the real Batman comes when you shine it. Some overweight guy in sweatpants is going to come and go, what's the emergency? You know,
are you asleep yet? Go to bed. That's
not really licensed, you know.
No. Yeah,
I'll catch one of the. How many crooks were there? I'll catch the slowest.
Yeah.
Because she only spent $7.
The true crime here is you don't got any donuts for me. But yeah, there are tons of these. I mean, Star Wars, it looks like they have something with Disney, because there's tons of Disney stuff. And then this is DC. This is actually kind of the only DC thing I see.
Oh, Chad. Giz Wiz Man.
Ah, that's what we need.
There's our next project. You have a 3D printer.
Yeah, we can do it.
And I have copyright on Giz Wiz.
There you go.
We're in business, pal.
We are in business. Oh, this is wonderful.
And then we just need a phone where when people call, we say, we're sorry, we're out rescuing someone else. Call back.
You know what we should do is make it an Indiegogo campaign. And then, and then we'll be golden.
Yeah, perfect.
So so you can find these all over. Projectables is what you'd search for to find them. Most of the retail price is $10. So if you don't find it on sale,
I see it on Amazon for $9.99.
Right, exactly. And I was wondering how many settings there was going to be, because it said, you know, dusk and dawn, turn on, turn off. I was wondering how I was doing. You just plug it in and it has the light sensor, so you can't change anything about it. So there you go. With that, let's jump into Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse. Foghorn.
That's how you call Giz Wiz Man. Foghorn.
That's exactly. That's perfect, with a foghorn. And it has to be loud, because I will cover all crimes east of Dallas, and you'll cover all crimes west of Dallas. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so we're like, really this loud. Is a perfect. It's perfect. Yeah. Perfect. All right. So, did you ever have a MySpace account?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh, you did. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did too.
MySpace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Way back.
So I had one, and they're revamping MySpace, and I thought, I should go over there, because I haven't been there in 10 years. And because I was running World of Mad. And when I got there, I said, oh my gosh, I had done this 6-part backstage tour of Mad Magazine. And so it turns out the titles are there and the descriptions are there, but none of the videos are there. Oh. So I started reading back, and it said, if you don't see your video, is that we have gone to a new platform, and while your photos probably were carried over, your videos may not be there, and there is nothing we can do.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Professional.
So I have a lot of old external disk drives, and I figured somewhere I must have videos. I found there were 6 of them. Actually, thank goodness for MySpace, because one of the descriptions was, this is part 4. Yeah, we don't know what happened to part 3 either. Maybe we just forgot to make it. So at least I knew that there was no part 3. So I had parts 1, part 2, part 5, part 6. But I had no part 4. But while looking for it, I found an old video about Mad stuff at the warehouse, and looking through the indexes on both my both the Giz Wiz websites. I don't think I ever showed it, but if you're a Mad fan, you'll probably enjoy this little gadget warehouse video.
And down under here, I found, you know, like I said, some of the stuff's been here more than 30 years, so I forget what's here.
This is a high quality
I didn't
video.
even know we made these.
Yeah, I forgot what I used.
These are Alfred E. Newman salt and pepper shakers, okay? Hopefully they'll be worth something. You know, I'm going to do stuff on eBay because I have to pay down the rent on the warehouse. These are classic cover mugs. Oh, you know what? This is kind of interesting. That cover, that's cover, I know the cover well, cover 69. That's the first issue I was ever in. So I might keep this. Okay, so those are the cover mugs. So there's another Mad cover, and inside is a mug with the cover on. I'm not going to open them because these have been sealed since they were made. Oh my word, I have, oh, whoa. Alfred E. Newman giant statues. It's a 12-inch statue. Oh my word, here's a box of mugs. Someone's throwing stuff at me. And this is the Warner Brothers Studio Store. I don't even know if there are any more studio stores.
No, the studio stores are out of business.
This is a Alfred resin sculpture. I have no idea what that is. The Alfred resin sculpture. You know what? I even forgot we made these. Oh my word! I hope the tape. Yeah, they're still sealed in plastic, so that doesn't matter. The Alfred E. Newman Spy vs. Spy game.
I didn't remember that.
What else do we have here? We have coasters. Alfred E. Newman. Oh, these are Spy vs. Spy coasters. Mad mugs. Oh, you know what? This is interesting. You know Disco Mad? A lot of you bought copies of Disco Mad. These are, how many here? 1, 2, 3. These are 3 press run sheets of uncut covers.
Wow.
So if you wanted to hang these on a wall, they would make a great focal piece. And there's more stuff back there, but I don't want to spoil the fun for you or for me. I have something else here. Oh, Alfred E. Newman bubble gum. Isn't it interesting coming to the warehouse? Newmanisms. Another ridiculous product from the usual gang of idiots. This is very funny. I think I wrote this. As seen on this store's shelf. These are quotes from Alfred E. Newman and a little Alfred E. Newman statue. Anyway, keep track on my website. Or follow me on Twitter. Twitter, twitter.com/thegizwiz. THEGIZWIZ. And as we put this stuff on eBay, we'll tell you about it. Okay, so there you go from Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
So did you end up eBaying most of that?
You know what? I eBayed one thing. I am so lazy. And now the rent is $425 a month. It's like, I don't someday some rich collector's going to pull up and say, what do you got there? How about $100,000? We take everything. Your jackets, your hats.
You might need to do an updated video in there.
Yeah, I should. The most expensive thing I ever sold was the the Alfred E. Newman wristwatch clock. And it was very clever. The company that made the Alfred E. Newman watches, and the watches were very clever. Bill Gaines, the founder of Mad, would always tell somebody who came to Mad that if you're going to do a Mad product, it has to be something totally original. Like with Parker Brothers, he said, don't bring me a game you made 10 years ago that no one wants to buy and say it's the Mad. They said, think about Mad. And then they came back with the Mad Magazine game, which is a satire on monopoly. You win by going bankrupt. So it's a very clever premise, because every time you win money, you tend to go, and then you go, no, I have more money to lose.
Darn it, yes.
Yeah. So the same with the watch people. He said, I just don't want Alfred's face on a watch. He said, that's not mad. So they came up with Alfred in a straitjacket. And since his hands are tied up, his feet tell the time. And so gains like that. So the same company made a giant watch and then made giant straps so that it was a wall clock that looked like a 6-foot-high watch. And I think they only made a dozen of them for sale. Anyway,
that's incredible.
I had one of those, and that sold, I think, for $400 or $500.
Yeah.
So that paid a month's rent right there.
There you go. Keep the warehouse for a month.
Yes, exactly.
That is crazy. I love that.
Yeah.
That is awesome. With that, I guess let's jump into the letters.
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
And our letter comes from Mo, who's our most frequent contributor and gadget nut. And he says, guys, I saw this and it reminded me of you, Dick, but Chad, you're included. So Mo said, I'm just sharing this link. And here is the link, which is today's a good day to share this link. Okay, so the Mustache-ifier. So go on down because there's one for your kid. Oh, look, there you go.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Well, get out of here, ad. Oh my. That is hilarious.
Aren't they funny?
They are funny. Oh
yeah.
My.
And then I went over to Amazon, and it seems like lots of companies are making these things. Actually, that's not bad. $9.
Yeah. Yeah. $8.99.
Yeah. They're very funny. They're very
so
funny.
The Mustache-ifier.
Fire.
Definitely if one of the parents, has a mustache.
Yes,
I feel like this is needed. Yeah, that looks like around that price.
Looks like, there's the very one.
Yeah.
That
is hilarious. Yeah, they're around that price. So that website's not that bad at all. That's
not at all.
Funny.
No.
I love that.
If you decide to shave your stash off and then later on think you made a mistake.
Yeah. I have a fallback option.
You have a fallback. You just be hard to do a speech, but
yeah,
you can just say, make a little sign that says, I have laryngitis.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're set.
I'm embarrassed about my lack of mustache, too. That is so funny. That is a good one. I like that gadget.
Mo, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Mo. Oh, we should mention warehouse videos. How can people send those in?
Yeah. A video, anything about a gadget, 2 to 3 minutes long, a gadget you love, a gadget you hate, a gadget you want to trash. Warn people not to buy that. And especially we love it when you have old gadgets in the cellar that are 20 or 30 years old. It's a lot of fun to see gadgets from just 10 years ago, how far we've progressed. Make a little video, horizontal, just make sure we can hear you and see the gadget, and email, put it on YouTube. There's a drop-down menu. You can click unlisted if you just want us to have the link, and send us the URL, and it goes to mail@gizwiz.tv. mail@gizwiz.tv. And don't click private because then only you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're looking for gadgets from people who haven't sent in gadgets before. Would be great.
Awesome. And we're getting close to the end here. And what we do need to say, head on over to gizwiz.biz to play What the Heck Is It? The game show online where you try to guess what the gadget is. And this is the whole gadget, not just part of the gadget. We're not no funny business here, where you can see, and if it loads, there it is. That's the gadget. And it's pretty obvious to me that this is a pill holder for those who don't care what pill they take that day. You know, just pull one out and see if it works.
Send it in. Send it in.
This is what you're playing for. This is the Mad Magazine itself. And there are 6 Mad Magazines for correct answers and 12 Mad Magazines for funny, clever, hilarious, and interesting answers. So get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. I want to say huge thanks to our patrons over at patreon.com/GizWiz. Thank you so much. If you have supported the show in the past, if you are currently supporting the show, or if you plan on supporting the show in the future, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. If you like this show and you want to give back just a little bit, head on over to patreon.com/GizWiz, and you can support there. Every time we upload an episode, you will support just a little bit, and we're just asking for a small amount. Thank you, everybody who has supported so far. If you don't want to give via PayPal or give via Patreon, you can give via PayPal at our website, gizwiz.tv. Click on the Patreon tab, and there's a PayPal link on that page. Speaking of gizwiz.tv, you can watch the show live just about every Thursday, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. We do have a few scheduled changes at the beginning of May, and we will reflect that
first
at
2
the
weeks
top.
of May, right?
First 2 weeks of May, we're recording in on
Wednesdays
instead of Thursday. And we'll have a little notification at the top of the site if schedule changes ever happen to the live show. If not, hey, you can catch it online anytime on demand. This is incredible technology. You just click play and the show happens. You can catch that on gizwiz.tv or the podcatcher of your choice, or even on YouTube. And you can also head on over to gizwiz.biz for wonderful articles about all of the gadgets that Dickie D showed, and even my gadgets as well. Write-ups about all of those there at gizwiz.biz.
You know what? Also, I wanted to say a thank you to you for coming up with the idea of actually recording these shows. Because we used to perform them live.
Yeah, that live theater Giz Wiz, it just really wasn't all that it was chalked up to
anybody
be.
went to the website, we got tired of sitting around 24/7 and then just doing the entire
It was really after the bathroom incident that we just had to call it off. It really wasn't working out.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we learned.
So that's why they're always there.
Record.
We're always there, recorded.
Yeah, it's come a long way since those first tape decks that we were using. Since then, in film, you remember?
Yeah, film. I do. Oh, the 8-track. Oh my God, Giz Wiz 8-track.
It's crazy. It was crazy. Thanks so much for watching this episode of the Giz Wiz. We'll see you next week.
I'll be here.